Hello, you're very welcome to My Generation Gap podcast, where we have me, Stuart Vincent Moore, a 50-year-old member of Generation X, talking film, culture, media, telly with, well, after about 20 minutes of mucking about, with my 18-year-old niece, Harriet Pilkington, a member of Generation Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
IRH, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
How's your week been?
It's been good. I mean, it's been warm, hasn't it? It's just been too warm to function, really.
H, I've got in my notes here, and it just says hotter than the sun.
Hotter than the sun. Yeah, to be fair, that is accurate. I feel
It has been hotter than the sun.
I feel like I've melted. I mean, the sleeping is the hardest part, innit?
Yeah, because you sleep with all the windows open, but then you realise you're just letting more hot air in the house.
It's just too hot. I mean, we've had, like, Hugo as well, the dog. He sleeps in my room with me, and he's just too hot. I've got the fan on him, I've got water for him, and he's pacing about, and then he's a maniac through the day because he's overtired then. Like, we've got the back door open because it's so warm, and he runs. We've got...
It sounds like a child.
It is, though. It's like having a bloody toddler. We've got a path down the side of our house, and every time somebody walks down it, he's like a menace. I mean, he's only a little dog. He's like a medium-sized dog. But he barks at them, and he, like, growls at them, and it's, like, more out of intrigue than viciousness. But he's so loud, and then we're trying to find different ways to tell him off. We've tried closing his mouth with them kitchen tongs. Not forcefully, but just...
What?
Have you not seen that video on Instagram that's gone viral? They've got like kitchen tongs,
No.
and they don't do it hard, but they just put them over the dog's mouth, and the dog just stops barking. We've tried all sorts, and now we've just reverted to telling him to come inside and shutting the doors, and just keeping the doors shut all the time now.
Well, actually, saying it's been hotter than the sun, you can probably tell from my background that I'm not at home.
Have you got the sun in there with you?
No, but it's... Do you know what? I'm working and I'm dead near the seaside and it's been raining all day and it's cold.
Oh, it's horrible.
So I thought, I could have had this tea. Could have had fish and chips on the seaside, but oh no, it's too
you
miserable.
could have just sat and watched the sun go down.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. It's sunny here, and I'm in Yorkshire.
But I'll tell you what, it was sunny at the weekend and I started going swimming again.
Yeah.
But in the big lake near where I live. So there's a big lake complex in like the next town along, a town called Long Eaton.
Yeah.
And they have this big lake, you can go in there. The first time I went this year was last week because it was red hot. And I normally go a bit earlier. But it made me think of last year when one weekend, Caroline had gone away for the weekend. And I thought, while Caroline and Ivan have gone away for the weekend, I'll paint the bathroom.
Right.
So I got some special, it's like waterproof paint.
Yeah.
That I paint the bathroom with, and it's really smelling. It's like, I don't know, it's not like normal.
Fumey.
Really fumey.
Yeah.
And you read the thing, don't you? And it says only used in a well-ventilated area. But I thought, they just say that. Yeah. You don't really need to do that. So anyway, I spent...
Like passed out in the shower.
Well, I spent all Saturday like painting the bathroom. And then Sunday morning when I went swimming, I thought, I've got a bit of an headache here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got in the lake and I swam, and about halfway round I thought, oh no, I don't feel right at all. But of course you're in a lake, you're about half a mile away from like it's not like in a pool where you can just reach over and reach the edge. You're about half a mile.
You got about half a mile to swim back.
Yeah. You still got to swim 20 minutes to get back. So I had to swim 20 minutes with this stinking headache.
That's awful.
I know. And then by the time I got back, I felt really ill. So I thought, no. I managed to get back. Well, I don't get dressed after swimming. I wear like
one of those big...
Yeah, like a big...
I don't know what they're called.
Well, you can get these big posh dry robes, but I don't wear those because I don't want to be in that gang.
Yeah, because you don't want to be there.
I don't want to be in the dry robe gang. No, so I've just got like it's like a giant hoodie that comes down to the floor, like a big robe.
Big hoodie that comes to the floor?
Yeah.
Where do you even find one of them?
Online.
In what shop? Online?
It makes me look like a Jedi.
Like a Jedi.
I do look like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but not the good one. I look like
But not the
Alec
good
Guinness. Yeah, like the really old one with his hood up. So I just put that on and I drive home, but I didn't get far. I only get 10 minutes. I had to be sick in a McDonald's car park.
That's one of the worst places to be sick.
Yeah, with
McDonald's
my big toweling robe on.
Looking like a Jedi.
Yeah, looking like a Jedi being sick in a bin outside McDonald's in Long Eaton.
Yeah.
So that was a good sight.
Yeah, I bet that was really fun. I've got a thing about swimming, and I can't laugh and swim at the same time.
I don't think anybody can.
Oh no, but I don't know. But I took my best friend to a spa last week, the week before, and she's just comedic in every way possible. And we went swimming, and I was swimming at the edge, and she's like, "Why are you swimming like right at the edge, ready to hold on?" And I said, "Because if you make me laugh at all, I'm gonna have to hold on to the edge." Which then made her start laughing, so I started laughing. So then I had to go hold on to the edge, and multiple times I had to do that. I didn't leave the edge once because I just can't. I can't do it. She says we'd be no good if we drowned together.
Oh, I'll tell you what happened this week as well. Our bathroom sink just started leaking.
Right.
And I even called us when there's water coming out. There's water coming out of the sink. So we turned all the water off, turned the taps off. Anyway, what do you call it underneath the bowl, the U-bend thing underneath the, not U-bend because that's under the toilet in it, but the bowl that comes under the.
Yeah.
Anyway, that had all come away from underneath the sink. So Caroline looked at me and she went, do you think you could fix that? And I went, well, probably. And then she said, yeah, but it'll take you ages, won't it? And I went, yeah. And I'd probably get in a really bad mood and not want to do it. And it'll take me ages to get round to do it. And then she went, and then we looked at each other and we were dead pleased because it meant we could call Martin a plumber because he's the bestest. He's like, we're like,
why is he the bestest?
Because when he comes round, he's like the nicest guy, and he's really sweet. He's like the best guy ever. He's like the opposite of a plumber. He's like
the opposite.
We were like, yes, we'll be able to call Martin, and he comes round. We just share pictures of dogs and things.
Oh, that's great. You'll be breaking the sink next just to talk.
Just so we could get Martin round, yeah.
Get Martin round.
There were some times, I think I might have messaged him last year to say, we don't need anything, Martin. I just wondered how you were.
Yeah, go around breaking stuff that's not even to do with plumbing.
Yeah.
I told you guys, I can't fix a sofa.
Yeah. Martin, can you change tyres?
Yeah, just ringing him up for everything. Yeah. Martin, can you go shopping for me?
Yeah, Martin, come trainer shopping. Anyway, H, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. The Truman Show. Yeah. Now, the Truman Show is, well, I'll summarise it and then there's an opening speech to it. Okay. So Truman Burbank, the film just follows him. And he lives in. Do you like this, H? I've written this down this week instead of just winging it. Yeah, look. Truman Burbank lives in Sea Haven.
Been on Wikipedia.
Show your face, you.
I'm trying to write everything down now for the test.
A small island community where he's happily married, owns his own home, and has a steady job. But what he doesn't realise, and what the film reveals to us, is that he's the only person that doesn't know his whole world is a reality TV show. Yeah. So it opens up by the director or the creator of said show giving an interview to TV and giving this speech. So I'll read that. So that's a good introduction to it, isn't it?
That is, isn't it?
We've become bored with watching actors give us phony emotions. And we're tired of pyrotechnics and special effects. While the world he inhabits is in some respects counterfeit, there's nothing fake about Truman himself. No scripts, no cue cards. It isn't always Shakespeare, but it's genuine. It's a life. So that's good, isn't it?
Yep.
Christoph, the creator, giving an interview.
Christoph the creator.
Yeah, about Truman. So now, this is a little bit like Napoleon Dynamite and some of the other things that I really love. I would say The Truman Show is up there with one of the top films that I love of all time. What did you think of it?
I thought it was very good. I mean, I don't think it'd be up there with my favourites, but I did think there was some really good acting and meaning to it. You know what I mean? It's not like you watch it and you just think, you watch it and you think, wow.
And what did you see in it?
What do you mean? Like, in what?
Well, I'll tell you what, H.
It's a very broad question.
How would you...
Jim Carrey?
What would you do if you were Jim Carrey? No. How would you know if you were living in a simulation?
I would know if I was living in a simulation because I wouldn't have a -4 prescription. They would be able to do something better than a -4 prescription. I think would be, and probably Hugo behaving would be the other thing that would possibly prove that I was in a simulation.
One of the things that struck me was in one of the scenes, we see some of the people watching the Truman Show, and in one of them, there's a couple of security guards. Yeah. And it's Scully before he gets promoted to Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
To Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I thought that. I was like, oh my God, he looks so young.
Yeah,
Because I just know him as Scully, and it's like, where's Hitchcock? I'm really impressed by the fact that you just downed about 3/4 of a cup of tea silently and swiftly. Undetected.
You like that?
I did. That was a Scully move.
And then also, there's an interview in the middle with Christoph the creator. And did you see who was doing the interviewing? Principal Skinner.
Who's Principal Skinner?
Oh,
what? No.
From The Simpsons. No. You're shaking your head.
I'm shaking my head. I don't watch The Simpsons.
Unbelievable.
I know Homer Simpson. That's about it.
The Truman Show. It starts off, and Truman, Jim Carrey, gets up, gets ready for work. He leaves the house, and the first thing that happens is a great big studio light falls from the sky and hits the road in front of him. What did you think about that?
Well, at that point, you'd be thinking, I mean, I know he kind of does go, huh? But I think you'd be doing more than, huh? I think you'd be thinking, what the actual hell is going on?
Yeah.
A big studio light has just fallen from the sky. It's not exactly a normal occurrence.
He goes to work, doesn't he?
He does.
And what's really good is as he's driving to work, then the whole of the show goes into action, doesn't it? Of trying to cover up and trying to hide the things that might give it away that it's a TV show. Yeah. Because the radio instantly starts talking about an aeroplane shedding its parts as it flew over.
Yes, I did hear that bit, yeah.
The thing about this film, there's such attention to detail in this film. There's things like that.
Yeah, which I think because, I mean, I'm assuming you'll have watched it multiple times. With only watching it the once, I think there's probably things I've missed, but I did remember one bit, and that's when he's on about going to Fiji, and everything's like anti-planes and anti-going abroad, and it's all like, stay here, stay in this place, and there's this massive poster next to him of just this, like, it's almost like a plane just blowing up, and it says it could,
by lightning,
it could happen. Yeah, it's been hit by lightning. It says it could happen to you.
Yeah, it could happen to you. But the thing is, in that scene, that's when he's starting to really want to leave.
Yeah,
and he's doing all sorts of things that's out of character. So he's wandering into places that he doesn't normally do. And at that point, he wanders into this travel agent, which he doesn't normally do. So there's just nice little touches, like, because he doesn't normally do that, there isn't a travel agent in the store waiting for somebody to come in. So when he goes in, he's sat there waiting, and then the travel agent lady comes out the back through the door, and she's still got like a makeup bib on, where makeup have just quickly gone, shit, we need to put makeup on. Yeah, so we have to put makeup on her and get out, and then she comes out and sits down and says, oh, sorry to keep you waiting, and then she like pulls it out of a thing, and it's just because they've just done a makeup because there's nobody usually working in a
God, he's
travel
in here.
agent. Yeah.
I like the bit where he's going up to the magazine thing, and then he just walks away, and everybody like looks at him. And I think probably one of the most famous bits is when the car screeches, and everybody goes like that with the microphones.
Yeah.
Because they hear the headsets, because they all hear it.
Yeah, with a change of
Yeah.
frequency, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's driving, doesn't he? And it all goes a bit wrong, and then they said he's turning down 5th Street, and then he's driving down he's at the traffic lights. Oh my God, he nearly hit that lady.
Yeah.
And he goes, change channels. And he can hear it all as he's driving along.
Yeah, I mean, there's the bit where obviously he's in the kitchen, and at this point he's figured out that everybody's acting at this point, but he doesn't know yet that his wife's acting, or he's not 100% sure. He holds it's kind of like a knife apparatus thing she buys in the beginning and advertises.
Well, it's a dicer peeler.
Yeah, it's I forgot what it's called, but she advertises it at the beginning. Yeah, and he holds that like up to her throat, doesn't he? And she says, "What did she say? Somebody stop this, or
somebody do something."
Somebody do something, and he's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Somebody do something?"
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you noticed, but when his so-called best friend shows up, she says the words, and I'm sure she does. This isn't professional.
This isn't professional. Yeah. How am I supposed
At that point, would you not know? Yeah, I'm not. How am I supposed to do this? This isn't professional.
Yeah.
And she's saying it to the best friend, and then the best friend is meant to like kind of convince him that he's not in on it. That it's not true.
Which is a heartbreaking moment. We're going to talk about that in a minute, H.
Yeah.
And also his best friend who always comes around at times and he's just always got a 6-pack of beer with him.
Yeah, he's like, I got a 6-pack of beer. Like when they've lost him and he's in the basement, he's got a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, and he's always advertising it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The light falls down. He goes to work as normal. Yeah. I think it's got his mind going. So he gets to work and he makes a phone call and he's trying to get the listing for Lauren, who's the girl that he met years ago, who he thinks has moved to Fiji.
Yeah.
And of course, his manager's in the booth next to her and he can hear him. So of course, as like a punishment or to put him in his place or you kind of put him off leaving, he makes
distract him.
Yeah, he makes him go to a job off the island because he knows he's terrified of water. And of course, he can't.
And they've done that on purpose, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely done it to reinforce that he shouldn't be going anywhere. He comes home and he's doing the garden, and then his wife comes home with the slicer, peeler.
Yeah.
What did I say? It's dicer, peeler, slicer.
It's just something like dialer pizza.
Dialer pizza. She comes home with the dialer pizza.
The dialer pizza.
You get like dialer pizza and dialer. Well, you can't get dialer anything now, can you? Before
what are you on about?
Right. Before you had internet ordering or Uber Eats and things like that,
right?
You had dialer pizza where you just rung, and because you had a dial on your phone, you had to dial a number.
Oh, I see. I mean, we still do ring takeaways in certain places, but it's not on one of them phones anymore.
So you could dial a pizza, dial a curry.
Did I ever tell you about the time I ordered a takeaway and the guy rang me and he was like, "I'm here." I was like, "No, you're not." He was like, "I am literally right outside the property. I am stood with the bag in my hand. You'll be able to see me if you just come to like one of the windows." So I stood at the window looking at him, I'm like, "You're definitely not here." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'll not say the address.
Yeah.
I'm here, 43 Southern Street." And I'm like, "Oh, that's my dad's office." And so and I was like, I says, "I'm only 5 minutes round the corner. I'll give you a fiver." I'm literally like a mile down the road. And he was like, £20. I was like, "No, £5. You will come and deliver my food and I will give you an extra £5 like in your pocket for that." But yeah, he was like, he said something like 20 miles. I was like, "No, 1 mile. It's 1 mile. I can walk there if I need to." So, but I did get my food in the end. But I sent my boyfriend out for it. I was like, "You could get it."
Anyway, he's at home and his wife comes home with a dicer, peeler, slicer.
Yeah.
While Truman's doing the garden.
Yeah.
And then him and his friend go out for beers and hitting golf balls.
And that's when he goes, when he says the thing about the beer, doesn't he? And he's like, yeah, great beer, like,
That's
as
a
he opens
beer.
it.
Now that's a beer.
Yeah.
And they're hitting
Yeah.
golf balls. And they've both got
They
brand
are.
new cars as well that are shown up in the
Yeah.
spotlights.
Yeah.
That's the scene then later that night when his friend goes home. That the rain just comes down and like just on Truman, just like a spot of rain. He steps aside and it moves. So, and he shouts really loudly, doesn't he? Because I think then that's when he realizes it really is all about him at that
Yeah.
point. Well, no, I
Yeah.
think before then.
I think before then, but it kind of each little thing that he does just confirms it even more in his head as he's
Yeah.
going along until the point where he's certain and he's driving around like a madman trying
Yeah.
to get out of there.
So he gradually does more and more kind of, you could say they're unhinged things, but they're not really, because if you think
not
about what's
unhinged.
going on, it's a normal way
Yeah.
to react, the way that he's reacts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just get bigger and bigger, the way that people are always getting his way. His dad turns up, who
Yeah.
he thought had died in a boating
Yeah.
accident, which is why he's
Or they
so
go,
afraid
"Oh,
of water.
this nuclear plant's exploded," and then they all like run at him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When he tries to,
Yeah.
he says to his wife, "Right, that's it. We're
Yeah.
off," and they get in the car, and every
They do.
road they go down, all this traffic suddenly appears. And
Yeah, but then he goes around the roundabout really fast and back the same way, and it's open.
Yeah,
And he's like,
well-
"Oh, look, magically, no traffic," because they weren't expecting him to do that.
Yeah, and that's as he's gradually getting more and more unhinged,
Certain.
isn't it?
Well, yeah.
And then that's when his friend comes over, and they go
Yeah.
out for drinking beers in the street again,
Yeah.
hitting golf balls. And
Yeah, as we all do.
yeah, and Marlon gives his speech, and that's when his dad turns up, doesn't it? But then eventually, Truman really pushes it, and then he does escape the island,
He
doesn't he?
does.
I think that from the very moment that the light fell, because there's so much symbolism in this film,
Yeah.
you could watch it again and again and again,
Yeah, I
and
think
watch
so.
a different film.
Yeah.
Because you could watch it like, it's slowly being revealed to him and to us about how he's living his life. But of course, at that point, Lauren has already, Lauren is, as he's been set up in the show to fall in love with or get together with his wife, Meryl.
Yeah.
He meets this other girl, Lauren, and they have a real connection. They're at a school dance. They have a real human connection. They lock
do.
eyes. And really, it's the only real piece of human connection.
Yeah, it's the only connection that he forms, and they take her away immediately.
Take her away
don't they?
immediately, yeah.
And she's the only person who tells him the truth.
Yes, she's the only person to tell him. Although, she had plenty of opportunity to tell him straight away, instead of just going, "Oh no, come down the beach," and then...
Or just sneaking little bits of information in random minutes. Like if they've got a minute of privacy, instead of just going 20-minute blowout.
Yeah.
And snogging in for half of it.
Yeah, and then she said, "Look, we've got to walk down to the, if we're going to go now, if we're going to do it, we've got to go now." So, right, they left that library, they walked all the way to the beach, and then they're mucking about on the beach and that. You think, why didn't you just tell him?
Why didn't you just say immediately?
Just say immediately, what it is.
Yeah.
And
or do it in a way that doesn't even look suspicious so that you can carry on your daily lives. So many other things you could have done.
So of course he's just chasing this connection all through his life. I think you could watch it like he's slowly being revealed to him, but I watched it recently like as soon as that light fell from the sky, that was it. It was onto it straight away. Because there's a scene where then almost the next scene he goes to work and he comes home again and he's in the garden, and I think he's digging the hole that he escapes out of.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts digging a hole at the very beginning of the film.
Well, I suppose he's had, 10,000 days in there to figure out little
30 years,
yeah.
Yeah. And that light was like, hang on a minute, what's this? And then the rain, the light, and then the rain.
Yeah.
He's like, right, that's it. That's my cue. I'm off.
Yeah.
So he starts digging the hole as a potential escape route out of the basement. And then he's just pushing things, not to reveal what's going on, but to see how far it goes and to see who's in on it and to see if anybody would help him, which is why...
Like ringing the phone for the Fiji.
Yeah.
With his boss actually next to him.
Yep.
To see if they would let him leave, to see what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And then that's why that scene with his best friend, they spent, 25 years together.
I think he knew.
Yeah, I think they both knew.
Then,
and
100%.
Because...
he knew, and he knew. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the true emotional parts of the film is where Marlon, his best friend, is telling him, if everybody was in on it, then I would have to be in on it.
Then I would be.
And you think he's acting, and I don't think he's acting. When his voice breaks because he's saying...
Do you think he's almost telling him?
Well...
In a way. If everybody's in on it, I would have to be in it, kind of saying, "Well, I can't tell you."
No,
not
I
fully,
think he's
subconsciously.
I think he's lying to him because Christos making him lie to him, and I think it's breaking his heart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So do you reckon by saying that line, he's kind of saying, "Look, whatever I say doesn't mean anything." Kind of by saying, if everybody's in on it, I'm in on it. By saying that line, you're saying, I can't tell you even if anything's going on.
Well, this is it.
I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway.
That's why you could watch it again and again and again. But then Truman's face when he tells him that, it's full of horror. And the first time you're watching it, you think it's full of horror because he's going, yeah, he would have to be on it. But no, it's full of horror because he knows he's in on it and he knows it's his best friend and he knows he's lying to him anyway. I think there are a couple of themes running through this film. I don't know if you... think the same or you have any opinions.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
First of all, there's the reality TV thing that's very much in your face, isn't it? And this was made just as reality TV was starting.
Right.
Kind of the first reality TV show was a show on MTV called, I think it was called The Real World.
Right.
And then, this was released and made, just a couple of years before Big Brother started. And I think it sort of foretold what was going to be happening with the rise of reality TV.
Yeah, I think media is such a massive part in it, and the fact that not just... I think there's probably a lot of actors who literally are controlled from birth to death acting, and that their whole lives are controlled. Obviously not in the specific way Truman's controlled, but in a lot of ways.
Yeah, definitely a life in a lens.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you can't even imagine it if you've not done it. You can't imagine what it entails. But yeah, I think it is symbolic of like the media, definitely in that sense.
There's lots of religious symbolism.
Yeah, well, I noticed the symbolism of like expectations in families as well, like the symbolism of family in the fact that you like family pressures. You've got the grandma saying, "I want you to have a baby." No thinking about how he feels or anything like that. They're just saying, "Look, baby, now." You know what I mean? It's so ancient, isn't it?
Truman's mum was like the worst, wasn't she? When he goes round her house, and she's obviously like a big famous actor in the real world, and in her front room above her fireplace, I don't know if you saw it, but there's a huge, massive portrait of her in her own house. Yeah. and then she says, because Truman's dad dies in a boating accident. Truman. I didn't blame you then, and I don't blame you now. Yeah. I thought, get hell.
Yeah, well, you couldn't blame him even if you wanted to because he's 4 years old.
Yeah. So I think I might use that line.
Yeah. I didn't blame you then. I don't blame you now.
And I don't blame you now. Knowing full well that you're portioning all the blame on that person.
Yeah, and knowing full well that she's responsible herself because she knows exactly what's happened.
Yeah, and that he's not even dead anyway. He'd just been taken out of the show because he was a bit useless.
Yeah.
And they needed to make Truman scared of water.
Give him a bit of a character arc.
So there's loads of religious symbolism in there. I mean, the first, and some of it's really in your face. Yep. The fact that they made the creator, they call him the creator, and his name is Christoph,
Yeah.
which is Christ,
Yeah.
basically. There's a couple of things in there.
I remember God being mentioned.
Well,
actually.
God and Jesus are only mentioned a few times in there, but they're only really mentioned when Christoph's involved. But there's the bits where, certainly towards the end, Truman's in the boat.
Yeah.
Because this is how he makes his escape. He makes his grand escape by faking sleep in the basement and then tunneling out through a hole in his basement, through the garden, out, and then out. And then he finds a boat and he's sailing to freedom. But, of course, what he doesn't know and what the rest of the world knows is the Sea Haven is built under a big, massive dome.
Yeah, it's huge. Like, when they do that bit, that's crazy when they talk about how it is in the real world.
Yeah, it's like one of the structures that can be seen from space. Yeah. So he's on the boat there, and of course, then, while they're looking for him, the creators, it's a great line where he says, cue the sun.
Yeah, I think it is crazy when it's nighttime, they just bring up the sun, you know, when they're looking for him. Like, just bring up the sun whilst we're looking for him.
When he's bringing down a storm on him, and he almost crucifies him, and there is a bit where he's in like the shape of a crucifix. And then, of course, the number on the sail mast is 139, like palms, 139.
Oh, I didn't make that connection.
Is it palm or psalms?
I don't know. I didn't make that connection. I'm not actually not.
Well, it's a passage all about omnipresence and a creator holding knowledge away from somebody. So there's loads of hints there towards religion, and religion being a big controlling factor in somebody's life. The fact that Christoph always says, if he really, really wanted to, he could leave.
And that's kind
But of course he can't, because he tries to leave, and then he tries to kill him, he crucifies him. When he stops then throwing down this big storm at him, and the boat hits the storm, it's almost like he's crucified and then brought back to life again. The boat hits the wall.
And the way he's laid and everything, like you said,
and he reaches out to the wall, and a shadow where his hand touches the wall and the shadow comes along. It always reminds me of, and I don't know if this reminds anybody else or if it's what the director intended, but it's like the creation of Adam, the Michelangelo painting.
Oh, right.
In the Sistine Chapel, the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
With the fingers
touching and the spark of life. Yeah. So I think it's almost him giving himself
his life.
Yeah. And then he walks on water. It looks like he walks on water.
Never noticed that. Yeah.
And then talks to the creator, the big voice in the sky.
That is definitely.
So I think there's a big religious allegory in there.
Agree.
I think there's also lots of things in there about capitalism.
Yeah.
Because of course it's extreme capitalism, isn't it?
It is. I mean, they're selling the houses, like the sales of everything, and the way it's all the woman being a nurse and him being like a salesperson is so late 90s, early 2000s typical roles for people in a movie, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's patriarchal capitalism, isn't it? It's very 1950s style. It's like harking back to conservatism from the 1950s, those traditional family.
She's buying gadgets for the kitchen, he's doing the garden.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then also the fact that there's one point where Christoph says, we accept the reality of the world with which we are presented. It's saying, like, well, these are the power structures. And you're born into these power structures. You're born into this patriarchy. You're born into this whatever, and you just accept it as normal. Yeah. Just like the patriarchy is normal, capitalism is normal, and
I mean, I think it's crazy that, like, if you think about it in that sense, that we were all kind of cavemen, and then we invented money, and then we invented, and now you're sat in front of a keyboard. Like, how do things kind of progress like that? I think it's crazy to think about. And a lot of people that I kind of speak to, I love history. I love Egyptians. I love the Tudors, everything like that. And a lot of people question me on, like, oh, why? That's just, boring. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is like the whole how we've gone from that to now. Like, I think it's amazing. Well, not amazing, but I think it's interesting.
I think the one thing that's been in common all the way through is it's all been run by wealthy white men.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, you've got the point where it's reinforcing that thing that wherever you're born, that's where you belong. You know, you're born into either you're born into wealth or you. But and Truman was born, and he was one of 6 babies that could have been selected.
Yeah, I did see
for the
that.
show, or 6 unwanted children.
Yes, that's what it said.
So it's just luck of the dice.
Yeah.
Just look at the dice that he was born and then chose to be in this film. And you think, well, what the chuff happened to the other 5 children? And that's just what corporate,
absolutely.
you know, I was going to say corporate America, but the corporate world is like. They just don't care.
Yeah.
The other 5 children, not even mentioned, not even thought about, because they've got this one child and they can exploit them and commodify them and make lots of money out of them.
Yeah.
And if he wants to leave, which he can do at any moment.
Which he can do.
But actually he can't.
Which he can do. Up the storm.
And that's terrifying, isn't it? Because, of course, his neighbour's got that Dalmatian dog that's always really nice. But then when he's a bit scared of the dog, which is really telling because it's almost like he can see through the facade, because at the end, when they're all hunting for Truman, when he escapes, and that dog looks absolutely vicious, savage dog. Yeah,
it looks like it's about to kill something, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the one true man in the film. Because he is the only true man in the film, and he's the only person that's... And did you notice all the other names of the characters?
Well,
so the main characters were Meryl, Lauren, Kirk, Marlon, Angela. They're all given the names from iconic screen actors like Lauren Bacall, Marlon Brando, Meryl Streep.
Have you heard the news?
No, what?
They're making a Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh, why?
Well, that's the thing. It's either going to be one of the most amazing things ever, or it's going to be absolutely shocking.
Well, it's not going to be amazing, is it?
Why wouldn't it be amazing?
Why? What they're going to do?
Don't slag off Devil Wears Prada.
I'm not. I like that film.
Thank you. I was about to throw my laptop on the floor and stand on it. Well, I don't
like it, but it's not bad.
But if Meryl Streep's in it and Anne Hathaway, then just count me in. I think it's such a funny film. It's just amazing in every single way.
Yeah, and there's also things in there about Plato and his cave, and you can rewatch the Truman Show and just see so many things in it, all those different things, and there'll be more things. If I watch it again, I'll see more things in there. I think there's some links there to Moby Dick as well, but I don't know enough about Moby Dick to understand. And it's really interesting because Truman Show was released, and roughly the same time, I remember another film being released called Ed TV.
Ed TV.
Yeah, and that was made by Ron Howard, and that followed the life of Ed, who, rather than being in reality, well, it sort of was reality TV, but it was just a guy who had his whole life filmed all the time. Wow. So imagine you living your life, but then like a TV exec saying, right, a film crew's just going to follow you around all the time, no matter what you do. Yeah. So don't do anything different.
Office,
just
but permanently.
Yeah, just follow you around wherever you went, whatever you did, wherever you do. So it's like that. But because it's made by Ron Howard, it was rubbish.
Shade thrown.
And that's really bad because Ron Howard had made some really well-loved films, but I don't like any of them.
They're just not to your...
They're very, very competent films.
Right.
They're very well made. Yeah. They're very, very well put together. But they're always all formulaic, and they're always not interesting at all. And you know what's going to happen as soon as you watch them. No interest in them at all.
Yeah.
It's not...
so it's more of a Gen Z thing
new.
then.
I don't know.
Spelled out for you.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think H... Well, the thing is, H, with Truman Show, I won't be very, very funny, but I could talk about it all day long.
Shut up then. Carry on. Let's go.
Just about all the
I get you.
All the attentions to detail, all the things.
No, we want comedy. In this
but
place.
I think we'll leave it at that, unless there's anything that you want to.
I don't think so. I think it is a very good film. I think it is a must watch, and I will give it a Gen X win because I feel like if I don't, you're gonna cry.
I will drive. I will leave this seaside town, and I will drive the 6 hours to Wakefield
Smack you over the head with the computer.
And I will smack you over the head with my computer. Right, it's time for this. It's Burger Stews, Burger Review. 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 Eating a burger, then he maxes it out of 5.
I'm going to have to describe that for the listeners because that was absolutely hilarious. Stuart has got a burger phone, which is absolutely fabulous. Speaking of phones,
A burger phone,
I would like to insert now saying that I'm not sure when this episode's going to come out, but we are going to start to have an agony auntie feature, as of which you can send in any issues you have, and we will discuss them from a Gen X point of view, a Gen Z point of view, with our guest, Auntie Wendy, who's not a real auntie and not a real agony aunt. I am.
I'm looking forward to that.
Burger review.
This is a burger I had
right.
at Burton-on-Trent. Oh, and I've forgotten the place that it was called. The burger was called the Heisenberger. Like out of Breaking Bad.
Do you know, I've just started watching clips from Breaking Bad on TikTok. They've just been appearing lately, and I watched Breaking Bad. I watched the whole thing in a very short space of time, and I used to spend every night watching it. I don't think I got any sleep in the time I watched Breaking Bad because I loved it that much. It
was great.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something we could talk about on an episode because Walter and his character and the way it develops is just mental.
The thing is about Breaking Bad, there's loads of poetry in Breaking Bad, and there's loads of things about bells ringing.
Yep. Oh, the scene with Gustavo Fring and...
yeah,
the bell.
But the bells are like when the money, when they're donating money and the bells are ringing. There's loads
telephone
of things.
bells.
And I think it's all to do with John Donne, the poet. Yeah. The No Man Is an Island and Do Not Ask for Whom the Bell Tolls.
I'm the one who knocks.
So anyway, it's not flipping Breaking Bad review, is it? It's Burger Stew's Burger Review. Right. So this is Burton-on-Trent.
Yep.
Cafe Clock Burgers.
Yep.
At the Heisenberger. 4.6.
Wow. Best one we've had yet.
Best one we've had yet. Yeah.
Why so good?
Well, it wasn't even that spectacular.
Do you think they put crystal meth in it?
Yeah, the purple one or the blue one. Yeah. And I got to wear a hat while I did it. It was just, it wasn't huge. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like spectacular. It wasn't
this isn't a good start for a 4.6 review.
But listen, it was just perfect.
But it was just perfect.
2 burgers, cheese, mayonnaise, pickles.
Yeah.
The onions were proper crispy, and light and crispy. Mm-hmm. And it had this sauce in it that I hadn't had before as well. But it tasted great.
What was the sauce called? Do you know? What did it taste like? Was it spicy, oniony, sweet?
It was a bit like burger sauce, but there was just a bit more to it. Algerian sauce. Yeah, so cheese, mayo, gherkins, lettuce, shoestring onions, and Algerian sauce. But it was light and dense and juicy and not dry and not too dry.
The right amount of stuff. It's like we say, you notice when it's missing, don't you?
And there wasn't anything, you couldn't have put anything else. Not that I thought. At no point did I think, it needs this, or it's missing this, or it's not. No, it was just really good. Great.
Yeah, fab.
Yeah.
Good burger review.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really pleased.
Fab.
Yeah, so you get yourself off to Burton-on-Trent. You ready?
I am.
Test. Woo, woo, woo. Test. Woo, woo, woo. Question 1. What was Truman's wife called?
Meryl.
1 for 1, H. It's a good start.
1 for 1.
And we've gone through all the names already. We've said them all.
I know. I've logged them.
I've said that they're all Hollywood legends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Question 2. What was Truman's best friend called?
I knew you were going to ask me this one, and this is the one that I knew I'd forget. I wanted to say Bert, but Bert's not right.
Bert's not right. You thinking of Burt Lancaster?
No.
No, you're not, are you?
No, why would I?
Oh, God. Are you thinking of Bert from Bert and Ernie?
Yeah.
Bert from Bert and Ernie, they're named after Hollywood legends.
Are they? What, Bert and Ernie?
Well, not Hollywood legends. Bert and Ernie, they're named after a couple of characters from the film. Oh, what's the Christmas film? The Christmas film that you should watch over Christmas, where Clarence the Angel gets his wings. Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. And he's going to take his own life at the beginning, jumping off the bridge.
Nope.
And the angel comes along and shows him what the world would have been like if he doesn't. It's Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter the banker.
You are not making any sense right now.
Oh, there'll be people shouting at their car radio or their phone.
If they are, they're not in Gen Z.
No, they definitely won't be in Gen Z. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. He lassos the moon, Jimmy Stewart lassos the moon and brings it down, doesn't he? You try and watch that without crying.
Right, okay.
Good luck. Good luck with that one. You ain't got a chance. I bawl my tears out at Truman Show every time. Did you even cry? Did you watch Truman Show at normal speed, or did you watch it like at 4 times speed?
No comment.
Oh, wait.
No, I watched it normal speed. You can't speed them up on Amazon Prime. I looked.
So not because you thought you'd watch it, just you can't do it on Amazon Prime. You call me up, Uncle Stuart, can you get this on YouTube?
Yeah, can we get this another way? So no, I watched it at 1 time speed. Don't you worry.
Right, we're watching everything on Amazon Prime from now on.
From now on, only Amazon
If
Prime.
you can't get it on Amazon Prime, you're not watching it.
Yeah.
So what was his best friend called, H?
I'm going to have to stick with Bert, but I know it's not Bert.
Oh, it's Marlon. Like Marlon Brando. What was Truman's dad called?
Well, I've written down Bert and Marlon, and I don't know why. And I don't know where Bert's even come from, but I've written down Bert and Marlon. But now you've said he was called Marlon, all I've got is Bert now.
So Bert and Bert.
I heard you say Bert.
Well, do you know what? Kirk.
I just heard Bert. I must have just, as I was jotting them down, written down Bert.
And what was Truman's mum called? Come on, you're 1 for 3, H.
Oh, I've written names down, but I don't know who's who.
What was his?
It either could be. Well, I know it's not Meryl. I know it's not Lauren. So it's got to be Angela.
Angela. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what snack did I eat?
Context.
I had something that was sweet and savoury.
Oh, jam on toast.
No, I had vegan chicken nuggets.
Why is that sweet?
Oh, no, I dipped them in condensed milk.
Right. Yeah, I don't think anybody in the planet has ever said that before. I think you may be the first person to have ever said that.
Oh, they were really good, H. To be honest with you, you could dip most things in condensed milk and make them better.
Make them better. You just do that with everything you eat now. Breakfast. Could you have, in theory, cereal and condensed milk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Do you know what would be really good?
What?
A cereal and condensed milk sandwich.
A cereal and condensed milk sandwich. Somebody was saying to me the other day, maybe it was you actually, about having toast with sprinkles on. No, toast with sugar on. Sugar sandwich.
Yeah.
Was it you?
Yeah, we talked about that last podcast.
Then, right, okay. I thought I'd brought something new to the conversation, but clearly not.
Nope.
Okay.
No, that was me. So, H, I think we're all done.
Well, yeah.
Apart from what's your telly been this week?
Oh, I'm looking forward to talking about this one. I've been watching The Good Place on Netflix, and I love it. I think it's deep without being sad. It's deep enough that there's meaning behind it, but it's kind of lighthearted enough that you can just watch it on an evening.
Well, I remember watching it, and I remember it being. I remember liking the characters. Yeah,
the characters are all fab because they're all so different, and you kind of find out as the series goes on they've been put together for a reason. I'm trying to say this without spoiling, obviously, next week's episode that we'll be doing, but yeah, they're put together for a reason. All the characters and the character development is amazing.
Well, it is, but then also, I think, don't they just go through different philosophies?
Yeah.
Like Kantian philosophy.
Yeah, it's all about kind of, well, yeah, there's the book, isn't there, What We Owe to Each Other. There's all the different...
That? I don't know what that is.
Well, it's a book that's mentioned throughout it called What We Owe to Each Other, and it basically talks about what we owe to each other in a society. What rules do we abide by? Why do we abide by them? What things do we not do in a society? And things like that. And I love it. I mean, and they talk about, like you said, different kind of ways of looking at things, different perspective, different conundrums, kind of like the whole question of if you were on a train and you were heading to one person, would you turn it to the 5? And they discuss all things like
the
that.
trolley problem. Yeah.
The trolley problem. Yeah, that's it. And they discuss things like that, but also with kind of a light-hearted storyline, but it is really deep at the same time. I really like it. It has some comedic effect, but not...
Oh, it's very funny.
Yeah, but not so much comedic effect that we'd have nothing else to talk about, if that makes sense, as we've done before.
It does, because it's hard when we pick comedies. It's hard to pick
yeah.
Truman Show and talk about the Truman Show without nerding out, because it's already funny.
Yeah, but I think, we can focus on some of the funny bits and then kind of talk about the other bits, which is why I think it goes well with the Truman Show. In The Good Place, they're in a place that they don't really know they're in.
Good.
Yeah, but they don't really know they're in it. And that's the same with the Truman Show. So you'll have to find out next episode about that. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
And I'll tell you what my telly's been, although I still haven't watched it properly. It's been Noel's Kiwi Adventure.
Oh, the Noel's Kiwi. You said it was something different last week, didn't you?
Oh, did I? No.
Oh, no, I think it's just because you said Noel Edmonds' Kiwi Adventure.
Right,
I think I
it's
got
just
confused.
called Noel's Kiwi
Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've talked way too much already today, so
yes,
we'll bring that to the show another time.
Yeah.
But I think we'll say, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That's fab.
And how do people get in touch with us, H?
They get in touch with us via Instagram, My Generation Gap, TikTok, My Generation Gap. We have an email, mygenerationgap@gmail.com, or if you know either of us personally, you can just contact us that way.
And keep an eye on our Instagram, because I'll be putting stuff up there for Nottingham Comedy Festival in November.
There we go.
Terry Paffeck's doing a full show there.
Terry Paffeck's doing a full... Is it an hour-long show?
It is an hour-long show.
Hour-long show, so there we go.
Yeah, tickets will be available soon.
Fab.
All right.
All right then.
Night. Love you. Thank you for listening to My Generation Gap podcast. You can contact us by emailing mygenerationgap@gmail.com, or podcast production by Stuart Vincent Moore, music by Andy Dawson, artwork by Harriet Pilkington.